The structure that we're focusing on in this lecture is used to. The first thing I want you to notice is the pronunciation of this structure. Used to. The spelling U-S-E-D, used, and T-O, to. Because we have a D at the end of used and a T at the beginning of to, these two sounds merge together in English. They almost become one sound. And what we do is we omit the D sound at the end of used. So it just sounds like used to. Use to. Can you hear that? Used to. So that's just something you can note in terms of pronunciation. Let's move on to the meaning of used to. There are two main meanings. Let's look at the first one. Nowadays, I don't play sports, but I used to play sports every day. I used to play football, tennis, rugby, and badminton. So what's the meaning of the words in bold? The words in bold indicate that something happened often in the past, an action, but doesn't happen now. This meaning shows that I played lots of sports before, but now I've changed. Now I don't play lots of sports. So something has changed from the past to now. Let's look at meaning to. Hong Kong used to be a British colony, but it was handed back to China in 1997. So, the words in bold indicate that something was true in the past, but isn't true now. This meaning shows that Hong Kong belonged to Britain before, but now it has changed. Now it isn't true because it belongs to China. So you can see the meaning of used to. There are two meanings. They're quite similar. The first meaning is to do with an action, something we do. For example, in the example I gave, used to. I used to play football, but now I don't. So this is an action. The second meaning is something that was true before, but isn't now. Something has changed. You see? So Hong Kong used to be British, but now it isn't. So used to basically means something has changed from the past. Let me give you another example. When I was younger, I loved Pokemon. Now I'm a bit older. I don't love it as much. It's still fun, but I don't love it as much. So something has changed. In this case, I can use used to. So I will say, I used to love Pokemon when I was younger, but now not so much. So you can see something has changed in my life. So used to is a perfect structure to use. Another example is, I used to eat lots and lots of chocolate, but now I don't. So there's something changed. That's when we use used to. Now, what's the structure of used to? Let's have a look. So the structure for the positive of used to is I, we, he, she, etc. So a pronoun or a name or a noun plus used to plus a basic verb. be, go, play, etc. So I can say, she used to love chocolate, but now she doesn't eat it. So you can notice the structure. She plus used to plus a basic verb, love. She used to love. And the thing that's changed is she used to love chocolate, but in the present time, she doesn't. Now, the negative structure is I, you, he, she, etc. plus didn't plus used to plus a basic verb. So, for example, we didn't used to enjoy baseball, but now we love it. So this is the opposite, you see? It's talking about something in the past that you didn't used to do or you didn't enjoy, but now you do. And there is another negative structure, which is very, very common. I, we, he, she, etc. plus never plus used to plus basic verb. So instead of using didn't, you can use never. For example, I never used to eat spicy food, but now I really enjoy it. And finally, the question structure for used to. We always use the past tense did. Never use do, just use did. Did plus you, he, she, plus used to, plus a basic verb. For example, did you used to live in New York? So there you have it, the meaning and the structure for used to. So go over this lecture again if you want to refresh your memory for the meaning or the structure. Always move on to the things to note and always move on to the practice exercises. These are the most important exercises you can do because you can train your brain to master these structures. Listen to them as much as you can. Repeat after me and listen to the MP3s as well. You can listen to them as you go out, when you're exercising, on the bus, on the train, and master these structures. Train your brain to master them. See you in the next lecture.